On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This Brownsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no. Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's roll. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And let me introduce one of our newest sponsors. It's a game called You're the Coach. My buddy Michael Ray invented this game, made it a board game, and made it absolutely fun. Go to you'rethecoach.football for all of the information. Of course, we're stacked and packed as we take you on a 120-minute journey with the best sports talk show in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome those of you watching via YouTube on both the Snowman Multimedia channels as well as the Shady Sports Network channel, our audience on LinkedIn, our audience on Facebook, and those of you listening in Chicago on WRUDB and WEIS, WQEE in Atlanta, WLEO in Baltimore, and those of you listening on our flagship radio station, Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio. Let's welcome the crew, the big dog Shane Lake, our producer extraordinaire, and from Chicago, Vicolai, aka Victor Locke, joins us. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Snowman. How you be?
I'm good.
Good.
I got my breakfast. I got my mocha frappuccino, and I'm probably going to go through another one later. I'm fine.
Good.
I'm all about it today.
I must begin with this. I must begin with this story. When I was at the doctor one day, I was at my diabetes doctor, and I told him, look, I want to win the fight against caffeine, but I'm addicted to coffee. His first question to me was, how much sweetener do you put in it? I got a glare from Jody, and she starts smiling, and she says, you don't want an answer to that question. And I just raised my hand and bowed my head in shame and started laughing. And I said, guilty as charged. My doctor looked at me, and he starts laughing, and he says, I know, I understand the struggle. He then said, you can have 2 cups a day. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Leave it to my wife to have the entire room cracking up, because out of nowhere, and y'all know I'm a Starbucks fiend, out of nowhere, my wife lifts this up and goes, this is not a cup.
No.
The whole room. My doctor walked out.
Yeah, he had enough. He knew what was going on.
My doctor walked out. I'm in a pool full of laughter, and Jody just gives me the most innocent look and goes, what?
What I
said? She's like, I'm telling the truth. I said, baby, that's why I'm laughing.
She pulled a you.
She did.
She pulled you. What'd I say? What'd I say?
And that's exactly the way she looked at me. She says, I'm telling the truth. I said, baby, that's why I'm laughing, because you are telling the truth. RC is with us. Ryan McCarthy in the chat as well. It's not the caffeine, but all the added ish you put in your coffee that'll kill you. Yeah, guilty as charged. I just can't drink bitter coffee, though. I just can't. I gotta learn to. even acquire the taste. I know I got to drink it black and not put all the extra stuff in it, but I can't help it.
Just don't put anything overly sweet in it. Like I'm trying to back off of that because I made the mistake of buying this creamer for my coffee that's made from Cinnabon. That's a mistake.
Yep.
That is a mistake because Cinnabon, you already know how Cinnabon looks. No one, as one of my favorite pieces,
if you've had Cinnabon buns,
bruh.
If you've had any taste of the Cinnabon buns,
game over.
Yes, game set match.
Absolute game over.
No one is proud to go to Cinnabon.
RC to answer your question, Cash App works a whole lot better because it gives me a chance to get some lunch and a chance to help my family as well. The tag you need, folks, if you want to donate, is $tallman Dr. K50. That immediately helps my family. I appreciate the super chats, but if y'all want to help in the immediate, the Cash App is the way to go. But back to our discussion to kick off the show. If y'all had any small piece of a Cinnabon bun, game over.
Well, here's the thing. For most people
that's Montana to Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone.
Here's the thing. For most people who don't know about Cinnabon, cinnamon
God.
rolls, right? About the size of the palm of your hand, right? Maybe a little bit less for most cinnamon rolls. Cinnabon is about the size of a softball.
Yep.
Cinnabon triples it.
Sugar and brown sugar and cinnamon, all of that everywhere. And then to top it all off, they have the frosting.
And it's
yeah.
warm.
With just a goop
if y'all
butter.
If anybody went into a mall and saw Cinnabon as a pop-up,
you're done. You're done.
It's over.
And to make things worse, right? As if they couldn't be any more
evil.
Thank you.
Evil.
They decided to come up with Mocha Lotta Chill.
Oh God.
And that's what
I've had that.
And that's what they put out for the free sample.
I know. I had that.
So they're like,
I had that. I went in a coma.
I'm like, what's a Mocha Lotta Chill? Oh no.
Oh hell.
Oh no.
The Cinnabon Mocha Latte Chill. Victor, I did that once in my coffee. One of the before we came to Chicago to go to Soldier Field. One of the last times I was in Chicago, 2016, I had that. I got a regular coffee from Starbucks. I asked them not to load it because someone gave me a free sample of that ish. Of the Mocha Latte Chill from Cinnabon. I put it in my coffee and I was in a coma.
Man.
It was 80 degrees. I sat outside on State and Adams. You know that Starbucks on State and Adams?
I do.
They had all the chairs out. It was 80 degrees. I had that. I sat in that chair and it was 9:30 when I sat outside with my laptop.
Right.
Next thing I knew, it was 2:00.
Man. Chicago Ridge Mall. Which
oh God.
I've been there since I was a kid. Chicago Ridge Mall.
Yep.
Right before you hit the food court, there's a Cinnabon there. That place is still there today. I'm talking about I've been there since about 1990, 1991. And that place is still there.
You know which mall got me with Cinnabon? Ford City.
Yep, Ford City.
Shane, let me tell you about Ford City. Okay. Ford City was one of those kind of malls where you had your basic stores, but when you got toward the food court, you could smell the Cinnabon from a mile away. A mile. Literally a
and
mile.
the ants pretzels too.
Ann's pretzels. Oh Jesus. Listen. Ann's pretzels, Cinnabon, they were both the pop-ups before you got to the food court, man.
Mm-hmm.
Before you got to the food court. And you had to stop. And Victor, you knew the food court layout of Ford City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get to Cinnabon and you ain't moving.
Nope.
Yep.
Those cinnamon rolls, Victor says the size of a softball. The hell with that. Those are the size of a saucer. And every part of that saucer was covered. And what really made it so bad, they heated it up.
They heated it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then gave you a cup of extra frosting, just in case the frosting that they globbed on top was not enough. They gave you an extra cup of frosting.
And like Victor said, they buttered the hell out of it. And you saw them make the bun. You saw them make the buns from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You saw them make
that's
the buns
awesome.
You saw them make the buns from scratch. Okay? You saw the process. Okay? Doc Rivers famously said before the Celtics beat the hell out of the Cavaliers in 2010, you got to focus, you got to sustain, and you got to go through the process. All right? Anybody remember that speech from Game 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In 2010? You saw Cinnabon go through the process.
Yep.
You ain't sustaining after you had one of those. And I made the critical mistake one afternoon because I was so mad at my family. Okay?
Oh, boy.
I was dealing with my sister and dealing with my mother. I had a basketball game that night. I went to Ford City because I had about 4 hours to kill before I went on site. I had 3 of them.
Someone was out like a bulb.
Man.
And I had to, Shane, I had to drive.
Rip.
Bouncing off the walls.
I had to drive. Okay? I had to drive from Ford City, God help me, out to Marian Catholic in Chicago Heights.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And I yawned the entire bleeping trip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I had the I had the 3 Cinnabons, all fresh.
Yep.
All gooped in icing, gooped in butter, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they were fall off the roll Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Oh,
I made a critical mistake.
What'd you do?
I coupled it with the cherry Pepsi.
Oh no.
Well, where's the
Y'all know how
FCC
much I
button
got
when I
spoiled?
need it?
You remember how much I got spoiled? Y'all remember how much I got spoiled when I covered Marquette Catholic?
Yep.
In Michigan City? Yeah. That's how much Marian Catholic spoiled me that night.
Oh boy.
Oh, and what did they have on the docket? Cinnabons!
More Cinnabons. I said no one goes there happy.
I didn't move out of my bed for 2 days.
No one goes there happy. Everyone, when they go to Cinnabon, they're like, oh, I can't believe
the only people that didn't have the Cinnabons until after the game were the players and the coaches from both teams.
Right.
Because they had to play a game. They're playing St. Joseph that night. The players and the coaches were focused. My crazy ass, not happening. I still don't know how I called that game accurately. We got a break. When we got we got it because we keep talking about food. 120 minutes will pass us by, and we're not getting to the main stories, which is
exactly